Right, hi everyone, my name's Jack and this will be a general workout for you. It's about 30 minutes. Not advised for pregnancy, so if you are pregnant, probably several of these exercises are not suitable, so best to probably do a different workout. If possible, do the workout with a floor rather than carpet, but it'll work on carpet as well. And my other suggestion is to please wear a pair of socks, because for a few of the exercises that will help us do things. Otherwise, let's go. I will make modifications, and please modify yourself if anything feels too hard or if you want to take it any further. So to begin with, can we start? Feet hip distance apart, standing with a neutral spine and tall. We're going to start with a few very gentle spinal rolls. So I'll show you side on first. The main thing is to think of your spine as being a zipper, and every vertebrae is a notch of the zipper, and we're going to unzip and zip up your spine, starting with the head first. So we'll take 8 counts to go down head first. 8, 7, going to upper back, middle back, lower back, then bend your knees when we've got a few counts to go. 3, 2, 1. So you should have knees bent and head completely relaxed. Let's roll up in 8 counts, zipping up from the base of the spine. 1, 2, 3, halfway. 4, only stretch the knees towards the end. 5, 6, shoulders pull back. 7, and the head is the last thing down. Let's do that again a little bit faster. So always head first, going down for 4, 3, bending the knees. 2 and 1, coming up. 4, 3, 2, head last, up. Again, head first down. 2, 3, bending the knees, coming up. 1, 2, 3, head last. 2 more, head first. 2, 3, bend the knees, make sure you bend them each time. 1, 2, 3, and head last. 4. Now, we're going to jumpstart this by doing that exercise, but 50 times extremely quickly. Now, if this isn't for you, please do it slowly. I'm saying, I suppose if you've not got much stamina, or if you don't work out regularly, do it very slowly instead. I'm going to do 50 and count 50 very quick. The main thing is keep the technique, so always rolling down head first, rolling up head last, and every time bending the knees. So here we go, 50, I'll see you soon. And here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40 to go. And 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30 to go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 10 to go. And 1, 2, 3. We're going to stay down when you finish. 5, 6. Stay down, bending the knees. Just relax over, catching your breath. Make sure the knees are bent, head is relaxed. Couple of breaths more. And we're slowly going to roll up in 8 counts, slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders going back, head last, and 1. Right, so that was a bit of a jump start for us, but it's not over yet. This time, legs wide apart and an external rotation from the hips. So your feet, your toes are pointing out towards the sides. Now, let's do the technique very slowly, lifting up through the core. Bend the right leg out to the right and come up. Bend the left leg out to the left and recover. So it's just bending. Make sure each time that the line of the thigh is going over the line, on the same line as your foot. Okay, so they're both angling in the same direction. So the exercise this time will be exactly that for the legs. But we're going to do very quickly again 50, rolling down over the leg and coming up slowly. So do this with me very slowly first. Head first to go down over the left leg and last to come up. First to come down over the right leg and come up. So look again slowly if you're not getting it. Just for the technique, the knee bends and stretches as you roll down and up. Always head first to go down and head last to come up. Again, please do these much slower if you don't have the stamina or the fitness. Slow is great. I'm going to count 50 quick, starting to the right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 40 to go. 1, 2. Keep breathing. 30 to go. And 1, 2. 20 to go. And 1, 2. 10 to go. And 1. We're going to stay down at the end, into the center, that is 6, 4, 3, 2, stay down, come to the center with your body, relax your knees, torso relaxed over, catching the breath here, breathe deeply in and out, heel toe the feet below the hips, hip distances apart, body stays down, and we're going to slowly roll up in 8 counts, 7, 6 lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders pull back, and the head, final thing to come up. So that was our quick jump start. I imagine, like me, after those exercises, you will feel this tomorrow in your gluteal muscles, and also from the second exercise, hopefully a little bit into the hip adductor muscles here. So let's get into this. Kneeling down on your mat, just move this back a bit so you can see better. Kneeling down with your hands directly below your shoulders and your knees directly below your hips. Now before we get moving, I'd like you to think about a straight line from your coccyx bone to the crown of your head. So natural curves of the spine, but the feeling should be like there's a straight line from the coccyx to the crown of the head. And I'd like you, as you breathe, to engage your abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor muscles. So all of those muscles are actually pulling in towards your spine. So rather than letting gravity have its way, everything's engaged. Take a deep breath in. On the next exhale, tuck the tailbone under and deep C curve. Lift the center of your spine. Lift your waist up, head down. Stay there and do 3 deep breaths here. Contracting your abdominal muscles in and up. Long line, curved line from the coccyx to the crown of the head. Inhale, come to the flat back or the neutral spine. And exhale, tuck your tail the other direction. So upwards into a C curve in the other direction. Stay here for 3 deep breaths. And while you're here, I'd like you to really engage your pelvic floor muscles. So you should really feel this by thinking about pulling in from the pubic bone to the belly button. That's the pelvic floor area. Inhale, come to neutral. Let's do it a little quicker. So we're C curving one way as you exhale. Inhale, come through neutral. And exhale, C curve the other way. Continuing to do this, a few more counts. Breathing deeply all the while. And being very conscious of engaging your abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor muscles as you do this. Let's come to neutral. Okay, so in neutral now, keeping that shoulders nice and stable, I'd like you to exhale. I've got my toes down, my feet down. You can tuck them under if you prefer, but otherwise, on an exhale, hover your knees off the ground, maintaining that neutral spine, and feel the strength and stability in your shoulders. Hold here, and every few counts, just come down for a moment, and then hover the knees again. Keep breathing, keep engaging your core. It's your core strength that will hold you here. And while you're doing this, I'd like you to also think about your neck being part of that natural line of your spine. So try not to let your head lift up or drop down. It's part of the same line of the spine. One more here. Exhale as you hover. And bring it down. So now, keeping the shoulders and hips nice and stable, we're going to do some fire hydrants. So lift your right knee out towards the right on an exhale, and inhale, bring it back down. We'll do 8 of these. 7. Try not to let your hips move. You want your hips to stay on the same level all the time. 5. Exhale as you lift. 4. 2 more. Trying to really keep the shoulders and hips nice and square to the ground. Other leg, left leg. Exhale out to the left with the knee. 7 more. Trying to keep the hips level. Long neutral spine. And 3. And 2. And 1. Now we're going to do the same, but with your toes under and your knees hovered. So it's like your back is a table, coffee table. If you don't want to do it this way, you can put your knees down and just repeat what we did. Otherwise, in this position, right knee out towards the right, trying to keep the hips and shoulders stable and your spine in a neutral position. 3 to go. And the other side, if you need a break, put your knees down for a moment and come back up. 5 more. Last one. And bring it down, knees down. Pull back and have a little moment. Here you might roll your wrists a little. And let's come back up. If this is a bit much on your wrists, you can do these next few on your elbows instead. So now I'd like you to walk your knees back into a half plank. So you have a straight line from your knees to the crown of your head, or full plank if you feel comfortable doing that. In this position, brace your core. We want to keep lifting, long straight line from the knees to the head or the heels to the head if you're in the full plank. And we're going to just take your right knee to the right shoulder 8 times. 1. Keeping the shoulders and hips stable. 3. And 8. Change legs. Down, bend the knees down, and come back into a shell stretch. Have a few moments here. Breathing deeply. And let's come back into the half plank or the full plank. And we're going to do some tricep push-ups. So let's do 8 with control, maintaining your neutral spine. Inhale down, exhale up. 7 more. 4, 3, and 2, 1. We're going to do the same thing. You can put your knees down if you need to. 3 counts down, 1 count up, 4 of them. Inhale down slowly. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 2, 3. Knees down. Pull your bottom back, have a nice shell stretch here, and you might want to roll out the hips, the wrists, and slowly walk your hands back, kneeling up first, head last, and let's stand up. Okay, I'm just going to move my mat out of the way. This is where I'd like to use the floor surface. So this is where socks are going to help you out. You can do it on a carpet as well, don't worry. So, standing with the feet below the hips, let's bend the knees, and as you do, pull the bottom back. So we're going to hinge your body forward, keeping a neutral spine, maintaining your core strength to keep you in that stable position. Place both hands on the right leg, and I'd like you, without, this leg is not going to move at all, it's bent, both legs are bent. We're going to slide the left leg out and bring it back in. Try to leave the full foot in contact with the floor. Those who are working on a carpet, you can always do this by lifting and lowering. A few more. Now as you do this, once you're happy that right leg's not moving, you can place your hands behind your pelvis, behind your back. Keep the hinge of the body, keeping the neutral spine. Let's do 4 more here. Keep breathing. And 2, and 1. Bring it back in and stand up. This time, same position, but keep the body upright this time. Same leg work. So the left leg goes out towards the side and in, but we're going to add a side stretch that way. So going over. So the right leg's not moving at all. 4 to go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time, going the other direction, we're going to stretch both legs and bend both legs. And we're going to this time hinge away. So we're going to stretch both legs and bend. So it's not a kick, it's a lift. 4 more. With control. So we're really bracing through our core to keep that control. I think 1 more or 2 more. Let's do another 1, just to make sure. And bring it down. Let's do all that on the other side. So we bend the legs, pulling the bottom back, and we hinge our body forward, keeping the neutral spine. This time, both hands on the left leg, and the right foot goes out and in. If you are on the floor, try and keep your whole sock, your whole foot in touch with the floor there. Once you're happy this leg is nice and stable, you can take the arms behind your back, maintaining that neutral pelvis. To work this harder, pull your bottom back and down further. You'll go further into that bend of the left leg. 3 more. And 2, and 3. Bring it back in, come back up. This time, same legs, they bend but keep your body upright. We go 1. And keep the full foot, the right foot in contact with the ground. We're really getting a lot of work in this left leg, which is trying to stay still, which involves muscles as well. 2 more, I think. 1 and 2. And the other variation, stretching both legs. Oh, did the other leg, sorry. Up. Make sure you do the other leg. And 2. So remember, it's not a kick, but it's a lift. Both legs bend, both legs stretch. Keep breathing. Two more. Last one. And bring it back in. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to go back onto our mats for a moment. This time, kneeling down, you can stay facing me, I'll do it side on. We're going to try and kneel tall. You can always put more padding under your knees if you need. And think about a long straight line from your knees to the crown of your head. We just do some gentle hinges back, but the main thing is to keep your core switched on so that your hips don't go back or forward. You want to keep this straight line. So take the arms forward. Let's hinge back gently first. On an exhale, inhale there, and exhale, return. Inhale, only moving on the exhales for now. You can take this further as you go along, but the main thing is to keep your spine neutral. Let's do 4 more. You can go further if you can. And 2, 3. This is pretty strong in the quadriceps, so don't overdo it. We're going to do some more yet. This time we're going to go back and lift our arms. So lifting, exhale, go back. 4 times, arms up and down. 1. Maintaining the neutral spine. 3 and 4. Come back up. And let's do that again. Exhale as you go back. 1. All right, this time, one arm's going to go forward, one arm's going to go back. You can do this with a straight hinge, like so, or you can do it with a rotation from the waist up, which I will do. We're going to do 8. Here we go. Exhale, inhale back, sorry. Exhale, come up. 2. 4 more. If you're doing a rotation, it's only from the waist up. The hips should still stay square to the front. 1 more. And that's it. Phew. All right. So what I want to do now is I'm going to fold my mat, and I suggest you do the same, or you can just use a pillow. And we're going to sit in like a mermaid position. So let's have the right leg, before we do this, socks, take them off. And I'd like you to put your socks onto your hands now. What? So yes, we're going to do some sock puppetry. You know. Okay, so we're just going to use them. You'll see what I mean. Right leg bent in front of you, left leg bent behind. If this does not agree with you, you can always sit with crossed legs for the first variation, okay? So, place your right hand down on the ground. First few, don't go out too far. We're going to use the floor surface and reach out, and then coming up, you use your core muscles and also your lat muscles. So you press down into that right arm and lift yourself up. Let's go the other way, which is a lot easier. Inhale and exhale to come up. So it's always this first direction to the right that we're doing more work. Keep square to the front, pressing the hand down as you lift up. While you do this, I'd like you to imagine there's a wall in front of your torso and a wall behind your torso. Don't let your body rotate forward or back. We want to keep it square. So as you go out, especially to the right side, don't go out too far or you'll find yourself sort of stuck there, in which case you can always come back up. Okay, we're going to do 1 more each side. Now, on the next one, we're going to go out. Actually, don't go out. Just rotate your body and trying to keep the right hip, the left hip down still. We're going to do like the extension exercise. So we've got a rotation in our waist, pressing your hands down forward as you inhale. Press your hands into the ground as you exhale to lift your head, neck, and chest as you come up. So inhaling, pressing the hands out. Exhaling, lifting your head, neck and chest, pushing down into the hands to come up. Try and think about this extension from the sternum bone up to the crown of the head. So there's a lot happening here. We've got a rotation through the waist and an extension through our upper spine. Now for these last few, if you want to, lift your left leg straight behind you as you stretch out and try and keep it up till the moment you have to put it down, which for me is pretty quick. Lifting it up. Exhaling, coming back. We'll do 2 more. Inhale out. And last one. And recover. Let's go straight to the other side. So this time bend your left leg in front of you, right leg behind you. Remember, don't tax this too hard. We're going to the left first, pressing out. Try the first few carefully. Don't go too far because you'll find it a lot harder to come back. Usually one side is better than the other. This is my better side. Ooh, lucky me. Inhale as you go out. Remember not to rotate the body here, keeping it as though it's between two walls. Nice and luxurious, really pressing down into the hand and therefore the lats to pull yourself up, keeping the core engaged all the time. Pressing down there, shoulders pulling down. Now next time we're going to do the rotation, so turn your hands towards the left. Trying to keep that hip bone down if you can. Inhale as you go forward. Exhale, pressing the hands down, lift the head, neck and chest to come into an upper back extension. Inhale, forward. Pressing down, lift the head, neck and chest. So we have this lovely thoracic, upper thoracic extension. Inhale, forward. Pressing down. You should feel this a bit in the lats as you push your hands, your gloved hands, into the floor. These next few, lift the back leg if you can, or if you want to. Inhale as you go forward. One more now. And exhale to come up. Whew, we can now take our gloves off and get rid of them, and we can also get rid of the mat. Okay, to finish up, a few wind down things. Standing tall, trying to keep the hips level, brace your core, lift the right knee into the chest, trying not to hoist the right hip up, trying to keep the hips level. So it's a balance thing here. Breathing deeply, take your ankle if you can, and place the knees together. You can hold both hands onto the foot, or if you're happy, the opposite arm can go up. Control, pushing the right hip forward slightly. The hips should be level with each other, but there's a tendency to let it go back. And bring it down. Let's change to the other side. First get your balance, keep the hips level, lift the knee up, hold it there. Nice balance, tall body. Ankle, you can use one hand or both, keeping lifting here. The right hip and left hip should both be level, so the left hip might want to move forward, but keep the knees together if you like. Take the opposite arm up. And bring it down. Let's open the legs out wide. Just to collect ourselves, breathe in as you lift the arms up. Exhale as you go down. So we're in that external rotation here. Make sure the line of the thighs is on the same line as your feet, which are going out towards the corner. 3 more of these. Breathing in, exhaling down. Breathing in, exhale down. Breathing in, exhale down. Let's just open out the arms out to the side. Energy lifting up through the core, shoulders pulling down. We're going to do 16 staccato pulses of the hands from this position to the ground, to 45 degrees. Here we go, exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. 8 more here, lifting up. Roll the shoulders back. And that concludes this general session. I hope you feel great from this. Remember, from those first rolling exercises, you might feel a lot happened into your gluteals tomorrow. Let's hope we're all back at Kaya really soon. Take care of yourselves. Keep exercising, so important. Lovely to virtually connect today. Take care all. Bye-bye.